What is up, YouTube? How are you on this beautiful hump day? I hope that everyone is doing well, everyone is happy, excited about the prospects of what NFT and cryptocurrency is doing for all of us. We all gonna make it, y'all. I believe that to my core. Welcome again to another episode of Around the Clock, where we discuss crypto tips, trends, tricks, and apparently something rattling. But we also discuss crypto gossip with you guys. So let's see what is going on, y'all, for tonight. Hello, DAP Center, and hello, Charles. Great to have you guys here. Thanks so much for tuning in and watching. We know there are many places you could be at 8 o'clock Eastern Time on a Wednesday, but we're happy that you're here with us. Right after the stream, we're going to try to finish on time. The guys have a 9 o'clock PM stream that is set up for pre-search nodes. So we're all about passive income here at Cryptonairz. So make sure that you stay and tune in for that. If you've been interested in starting a node, maybe you think you missed out on starting a strong node because the price of the token is almost $600 a token and you need 10, but you're looking for an entry point that might be a little bit more affordable, then you definitely want to stay tuned for the 9 p.m. show. If you'd like to join our Discord, where there are many experts there on creating passive income with nodes and crypto and NFTs, you want to follow us on Twitter. And you want to go to cryptonairz.com, where you can join our Discord using that coupon code FALL35 for 35% off any level subscription that you choose, my dears. It is definitely going to be one of the best things you ever did. You can read the testimonials on our website and find out from other people how they're feeling about that decision. And I can tell you, it's very good. So we would love to have you be part of our family and come check us out. Make sure you do that. In the meantime, we're going to get to the news. You guys, I know all of you saw uh, what Uncle Gary, aka Gary Gensler, has been saying, and this is like all over the news, like you could throw a rock and this article would come up. So I'm going to try to share my screen here, but for some reason, Uncle Gary likes to refer to stablecoins in particular. I've heard him say this about cryptocurrency in general as poker chips at a Wild West crypto casino. Quite a graphic explanation of what stablecoins are there from Uncle Gary. He also compared the crypto boom to the wildcat banking era of the 19th century, saying history tells us that private forms of money don't last long. So this article is all about what he said in his interview with the Washington Post yesterday. Hopefully people got a chance to review that. You know, you need to know what's going on. So yeah, go educate yourself, because, you know, when stuff happens, you want to know what is happening and you want to know why. But I think it's interesting that he makes this comparison again, you know, just trying to make cryptocurrency and stable coins, which are cryptocurrency, seem shady as hell. And, you know, totally untrue. The picture that he's painting to the public, or somebody who may not have done their own research or who did not know better, that, you know, this is somehow bad, wrong. So he says we have a lot of casinos here in the Wild West, and the poker chip is the stable coins. And we know where this language and this, you know, talk is coming from. It is definitely first and foremost coming from the banking industry, who is running scared because they see that these old antiquated legacy financial systems are about to be put out of their misery, and they don't want that. So unfortunately, you know, this narrative is quite harmful as far as mass adoption is concerned, but I don't feel that he's going to be able to stop crypto in the United States. Although many of us feel that that might be Gensler's goal. It seems to definitely not be very friendly. So he said that his main goal here is to protect the consumer, and that Bitcoin was definitely innovative and spurring innovation as a catalyst for change. as to how the central bank should handle payment systems. But he says, despite the benefits, there is the importance of proactive crypto regulation. So he kept referring to a spill in aisle 3. Don't know what that was supposed to mean, but he said, we want to clean up before this. We want to be proactive. So when these spills happen, we're ready for these ginormic failures. And there's a part of this article that's true. He said, out of 5 or 6,000 private forms of money, there may not be long-term viability for, and we know that part might be true. Every token, every cryptocurrency is not going to make it. We can look at history and see that that is true. But,
Yeah.
It's just like anything, you as an adult take personal responsibility for placing your, whatever speculation it is that you may have, or for investing in a certain cryptocurrency. And as adults, that is something that we have to take on. If it fails or if it wins, either way, we have to deal with the circumstances, unless something has the intention of being an outright scam. And that's not what he's talking about here. He's just basically putting everything, lumping everything together. Stable coins, the banks are really going to be going after, because those seek to upset the apple cart. So
Did you see what he did today?
what did he do today?
He posted a video on Twitter. You didn't see that?
I did not see that.
Okay, well, I guess we could quickly go over that since we're talking about him. I'll just play it for you.
Sounds great.
It's better to hear it from him.
And hey, everybody, while Allie's pulling that up, Florida Girl, hello, Lou, Channing, Ron. Welcome all of you guys. Sean, my main man, Sean. Mark Estrada, how are you?
Okay, guys, this is Gary's video from today suggesting that college students I'm just going to have to play it.
Might be starting off your freshman year of college. Others might be entering your final year. I bet that most of you are thinking about money in one way or another. Should I join a meal plan or buy groceries? Should I make coffee at home or hit up the coffee shop? I want to take it beyond those topics about your expenses. What I want to talk about is savings. Start saving early and save often. I know it sounds a little odd. You're still in college, but just for a moment, if you were to save $5 a week and you earned maybe 8%, starting off while you're at college,
8%.
you may have $130,000 plus saved by the time of retirement at 65, just from $5 a week. But if instead you waited until, let's say, you're 40 years old to start saving, to get to the same numbers, you'd need about $30 a week. So start early, save often. And if I may, one other thing, maybe go to office hours. Also, if you wish, follow along with Office Hours with Gary, a series we have on the SEC site where I try to break down all sorts of topics related to the securities markets. Again, best of luck with the school year. And if you're looking for some investment information, make sure to visit investor.gov.
Yeah, best of luck, college students.
Yeah. This is a quote here. I challenge anyone in crypto to watch this video without laughing. I don't think you can do it.
You can't.
CEO Matthew Graham of Crypto Venture Capital, Sino Global Capital, wrote today on Twitter. Yeah, where are you getting 8%? First of all, they don't even want us to have 4%.
Okay, and not to mention the fact that you can be the greatest saver in the world and do everything right, and have a recession come along and wipe out everything that you worked for. And we're all tired of that scenario. Every last one of us is sick and tired of hearing that hypocritical BS, because that's exactly what it is. That's not realistic. Girl, I don't know. He's right. I could not get through that without laughing. Like, are you freaking kidding me? Let's take a look at the markets, guys. It looks a little better today than it actually did. yesterday. Bitcoin is at $43,471.99. Still down, but it's looking, like it's trying to recover. Ethereum back up past $3,000. Cardano retains or actually gains back. It's number 3 spot at $2.24. XRP back at $1. Yay. So if you bought that dip, congrats. Solana at 147.27, and then we're going to take a look at Strong as we always do and see what's going on with her. Strong token at 541.37, up 9.4% for the 7-day average. So Strong still looking very strong. Happy about that. Coinbase, y'all, has been in the news a lot lately, obviously, because, and I think Allie reported on this the other night, because they decided they were just going to scratch their Lend program rather than go through the headache and the hassle with the SEC, who wasn't coming to, play nice anyway. We all saw the Twitter feed that Brian Armstrong put out about their repeated attempts to work with the SEC and basically, having their, hats handed to them. But Coinbase has now proposed crypto regulations to the U.S. officials, say sources. Coinbase is said to be working on a pitch to federal regulators on how to oversee the crypto industry. There's Brian there. And from what I understand, reading this article, that is going to include the definition of what is and what is not a security. So kudos to Coinbase. I have said here many times that I felt like the crypto industry should have been a lot more proactive. We all kind of saw this coming down the pike, and they are, kind of taking the bull by the horns, if you will, and sending out, what they would like to see or what they think is, I believe, going to be fair regulation. And because these people have no clue, and it's and it's obvious that they have no clue. So I think this is great. I think that some of these other agencies should follow in their footsteps by suggesting things that actually make sense to these regulatory agents, if they will listen. That's another story. But I think this is a good move on their part. I think it's very proactive. I think it's bold, and I think it needs to be done by everyone who is operating in this space, especially if they operate within the United States. So kudos to Coinbase for doing that. And I have a brief article to play for you. A brief article interview. I guess it's like a article except televised. Just talking about, what happened with the China, Evergrande, and the cryptocurrency crisis. There might be an ad here, guys. So if there is, now I got to stop because I forgot to put on audio. If there is an ad, please forgive. It shall be brief. Y'all know we can't do nothing without commercials. Here we go. It all starts now. It all starts now.
The collapse of a major Chinese property developer could cause big problems in crypto. Welcome to CNBC After Hours. I'm Mackenzie Sigalos. Let's first take a look at the markets. Stocks were up big time this morning and hoped to recover from Monday's sell-off, but they just couldn't hold on to those gains. The Dow and S&P ended a little lower, and the Nasdaq ended a little higher. And on the crypto front, it was actually worse. Bitcoin and Litecoin were down more than 3.5% by 4 p.m. Eastern. Meanwhile, Ethereum was down 5%. Also, here are some other numbers that moved markets today. First up, $22.8 billion. It looks like Uber might finally turn a profit. The company updated its expected revenue for this quarter and now thinks that it can make at least $22.8 billion. CEO Dara Khosrowshahi told CNBC that he also expects high prices and long wait times to come down. All that positive news drove the stock 11% higher. Next, 94. As the debate around COVID booster shots continues, Johnson & Johnson.
Yeah, sorry guys about that, but the sound seemed like really low there, and I only wanted the
Oh,
point
it
to be
sounded
made.
good.
Okay, I only wanted the point to be made that Evergrande, this big Chinese real estate company, that's what everybody is blaming. The latest flash crash that we've had for Bitcoin, and then obviously when Bitcoin goes down, it takes all the other little cryptocurrencies with it. But that was the point that I was trying to make. I really didn't want to get into all that other stuff.
I
But
think that China's actually injected money into the market to fix that problem.
yeah, because it's what a small world. Because when their big economy is in trouble, it definitely impacts the rest of the world. So let's do everything we can, United States, to strengthen our economy. And blockchain is definitely an answer, looking for a problem. And we got plenty of those. So let's look at a little bit. There's a lot of stuff about NFTs in the news today, and I saw there was a drop. Apparently, an NBA star. I don't know who this guy was.
John Wall.
John Wall got into NFTs like literally like a week ago, and then decided he was going to do his own project. So
I think the term "own" project is used very loosely there.
indeed, or lend his name to a project.
Yeah.
And Twitter has been having a
roasting
of this person for, guess what, you guys? And of course my share is doing what it does, but that's all right. We're gonna get it. Of this guy for noticing that the NFT had a Fortnite background. So yeah, they've been having a lot of fun with this on crypto Twitter. Apparently whoever the artist was they were replaced and all of this and that, but that's the Fortnite background right there. I know it's kind of hard to see, but they were like, why is the background of your NFT ripped directly from a Fortnite screenshot? Explain, please. So they were putting a 600 ETH evaluation on this project, or that's 1.7 million US dollars. If you do that, you might want to make sure that all your art is unique. So others pointed out there could be legal issue if the team didn't get Epic Games permission to use the images. So they say that they went to Epic Games and they got, they were okay, and they're going to remove the backgrounds from
so
the
they
art.
weren't okay with it. They weren't okay with it.
They claimed that they were.
It's not just Fortnite. It's also DreamWorks.
Wow.
The characters are exactly the characters from Boss Baby.
OMG, y'all. Now that's just like he really did not do his homework.
It's obviously it's the artist's fault. He probably should have researched, and I do not know who the artist was on this project, so I really don't want to shit on someone that I don't know who it is. But yeah, he didn't research if it's a solo artist or a team.
If I'm putting my name on something though, I'm gonna be making sure that it's right. I'm just not. He totally trusted.
Well, he has a team as well, and I'm sure that it's like his team reviewing things, and then when the project is done, he'll look it over and say, okay, yeah, this is great. Or there'll be some like mock-ups and meetings like while they're working on things. But yeah, I kind of feel bad for the guy because he didn't do this. He's just putting his name there.
But when your name is on something, then the buck stops with you, and that's just the way it goes. So hopefully, this will not impact the floor going forward, but it certainly was not a good look for him.
I don't think that project's out yet. I don't think. And also another thing is if you go on the actual website for that, because I think it was Dallas shared it in our server today, and I looked at it right away and I happened to notice that the copyright at the bottom of the page said 2023. Like what?
Yeah, man. What? So there was so many question marks there.
Yeah, I don't think because that this project will ever, unless it's going to be completely redone or it's never going to get released.
Well, in conjunction with sport-focused NFTs, and again, we have reported here, we know that like this NFT trend is big money. Of course, the NBA wants to be involved, the NFL and everybody else, and they have raised over $900 million. We reported on that one soccer team out of France, Sorare, that raised 680 of that 900 million. So this is happening all over the place. They're raising money for NFT startups to get in on the NFT gold rush. So yeah, you're going to hear a lot more, I'm sure, from these athletes themselves in terms of like what their share is going to be. There may be some litigation forthcoming. We will see. But yeah, they are coming into the space and they're coming in, big money, expecting to make bigger money.
Yeah, Dapper Labs. Today they announced I'm assuming it's something similar to my mind is drawing a blank for NBA Top Shot. Similar, but for soccer. And you can actually leave your email there and try to get in on the beta testing. They also have a Dapper Labs. They're working on a bunch of things behind the scenes that's in beta. Also, like Dr. Seuss sticker collecting game. I have signed up for the beta, but I've not gotten picked yet. But people are getting picked because I see it floating around on Twitter. People are saying it's really addicting. Like as if I'm not addicted enough to these things. I just need one more thing to fuel the addiction. Also, Dapper Labs partnered with Google. I'm not sure if you heard that. It was like last week. It's a massive partnership. So we'll see. They're making a lot of moves.
That's right, guys. Balenciaga, the designer, and Fortnite have also teamed up to produce NFT apparel. So be on the lookout for that. That's going to be some exciting news with some big money bets to be made. Trust and believe. I saw this and I thought it was so, so cute. And we all remember this meme. The girl's name is Chloe Clem, and she was 2 when this was taken, and we've seen this all over the internet. I've used this on several occasions, but she is now 10 years old, and she is taking this iconic meme and going to make an NFT and sell the original image for thousands of dollars at an auction. So that is very cool.
I think it's great that she's taking her face back.
I think so too. Yeah. So this face was a surprise when her parents surprised her with a trip to Disneyland. So I don't know if she was concerned about going to Disneyland because it looks like she's like, can y'all really afford to take me? Because I don't know. But anyway, this is super cute. And yes, she is auctioning that off to the highest bidder, y'all. I cannot wait to hear what that one sells for.
Someone's going to fractionalize it, I bet.
Yeah, undoubtedly. And Big Dallas says the John Wall project definitely needs work and user input. Live and learn, being new to something. Yes, yes. He just jumped. He was like, oh, there's money. Let me jump on. Let me jump in. And yeah, that's the whole thing. You guys, these projects come out so, I mean, it's ridiculous. There's got to be at least, on the low 5 to 10 drops a day of NFT projects. They're coming out faster than you can even keep up with them. And you've got to be selective about what you're choosing. And please, for God's sake, do your research, like the art, whatever. But in case you end up getting stuck with something that you can't even sell for mint price, but be real careful out here. And I know all of us have the fever. There's going to be some FOMO going on. It's just part of the the territory. But do your best to at least do your research. Join a group where you can talk to like minds, like in our Discord. Hint, hint. Where there's people going over these projects, different voices, different opinions with pros and cons, and not just like jump in, let's do this. That does happen, but not everything that glitters is gold. So as we go forward, it seems like the fever and the FOMO is just ratcheting up. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. And Allison, what is exciting and new in the NFT space?
A lot of things. I was just trying to pull something up so I can have the exact date, but that's okay. All right. So I'll just go in order that I have tabs at this point. Maybe a month ago or so, I had mentioned that you might want to consider getting Bitcoin Angel by Trevor Jones Art. The floor is about 0.7 right now, but it's very thin. There's few pieces under 1 ETH. Because he's going to be having a party in real life at a castle in Scotland next year. And the NFT serves as your ticket to that party. He's giving one away. So his Twitter account is Trevor Jones Art. And the tweet is, win a Bitcoin Angel NFT. Like and share this. Change your PFP to the Bitcoin Angel. Tweet this pic of Stirling Castle, which is where it's going to be, and say, I want to go to Castle Party 2022 at Trevor Jones Art. Please send me a Bitcoin Angel and add your ETH address. And they're going to pick the winner Friday. He's going to pick the winner Friday, this Friday, the 24th. So someone did make a joke underneath the tweet saying, you're going to have the maxis twitching. ETH address for a Bitcoin Angel, whatever next. I did find that slightly humorous, but yeah, I'm going to try to move some things around because I would really like to go to this party. I can only imagine what it would be like. I think pretty cool. So today, actually right now, that show that we have talked about, and of course, I can't even think of the name of it. It's the singing show.
Avatar?
Well, I don't think it's called Avatar, but yeah, that is premiering. It's on TV right now. They appear as avatars singing. Yeah, I can't think of the name of it. I didn't write it down. That was just a side note. So today, the biggest news, I would say, Pac. We've talked about Pac before and some of his projects, specifically Lost Poets. This morning, he stormed onto Twitter with a major announcement saying that first he opened a new Discord server, and secondly, by the way, that Discord server, the Verify Collabland bot, it broke. So many people joined that the bot broke. It couldn't keep up with it. I was trying to join. It was pandemonium. he's going to Sotheby's. Lost Profits is going to Sotheby's. I know that there are some people in our server that do have Lost Profit, so just keep an eye on that floor. This is not financial advice, but if it were me and I was not in dire need of money, I would not be selling it. I would hang on to it. It's going to increase in value. All of his projects increase in value. I think he has another one, Cubes, and regularly sells for over 20 ETH. So that was a really good score for whoever got that. I made a joke in the server, like, I'm going to turn on a tip jar. I will be accepting tips from anyone that picks that project up from my suggestion. And then today, something that I thought was so awesome, and I am going to share my screen for this one. Corey, we have talked about Jenkins the Valet before. That is sort of like a Bored Ape Yacht Club derivative project, sort of, but not really. It's a standalone project, but it is using Bored Apes. Just want to share my screen. Today they had a big announcement, and they are now going to they have professional representation, and not just any representation, a very large group, I should say, agency. So, news from the Valet stand. Jenkins the Valet is proud to be represented by Creative Artists Agency, CAA. I'm sure all of us have heard on award shows, you'll hear people thank CAA, their agents.
Allie froze for a minute. She'll be back, you guys.
And then they have like
you actually cut out after you said everybody's heard about CAA.
Oh, okay. Yeah, everyone's heard about it. Normally, you will hear people on award shows thanking their agents. A lot of them come from CAA. And now this is who's going to be representing Jenkins the Valet. And across books, film, TV, podcasts, and more. This is a really big deal, and it is setting the stage. The floor has gone, I should mention, rolling back to Lost Poets, that floor was up 915% today. That's massive gain in 24 hours. But back to Jenkins, this morning, the floor really started moving on this news. It's so cool. And if you just think about all of the things that Bored Ape Yacht Club are doing with that roadmap that they released yesterday, and now this news with Jenkins, and I may have another pinned tweet from them, but they were mentioning that it's not just going to be, the writer's room is not just going to be solely focusing on Bored Apes. This is just the beginning. So they have plans to move into other projects and bring other communities into their writer's room to tell more stories. And if you think there's 10,000 apes. I don't know how many actual apes are in possession of Jenkins NFTs. And there's different NFTs too. Like you can see they have these boats. There was a boat, and that boat included X amount of NFTs. And then you could just get a single NFT. It was all based on minting. And that was just luck of the draw. Excuse me. But yeah, this is just the beginning for this project. And this is going to change the game on the way that people interact with projects. So let's say, Corey, you've released a huge project, and maybe I have one of your NFTs, and I've come up with this brilliant idea that goes along with your project, and now I'm going to develop that together. So it's, I don't know. I mean, movies, TV shows, podcasts,
nightclubs,
and more. Like, what is more? Well, I know that Bored Ape Yacht Club is planning on having a club in Miami, the Real Life Club. So, yeah, who knows? This one is interesting. Imagine being the sole owner of some famous cartoon character. You collect its licensing royalties, have a voice on the stories, and more. That's what's happening right now with Jenkins de Valet. When you own a Bored Ape Yacht Club or a Mutant Ape Yacht Club, you own a company. So you understand this. We are so early, and it is so true. Out of all the NFTs that they have released, there are only 390 that are available right now. So you can check that out on OpenSea if you're interested in getting one. I am not sure what the floor is.
Oh,
but,
it's up there, guys. It's deep pockets.
The sky is the limit with this.
Yeah, you guys, this, Allison presented the roadmap 2.0 for this project, the original Bored Ape Yacht Club project. They are setting the standard and the bar for any gold standard NFT project coming along. That's why people are not saying that, yes, I love the fact that a lot of them are doing charitable donations and things like that, but people are looking for more than just that. They're looking for real utility. They're looking for other ways to make profit. And I have to say that this group has been very creative at rewarding holders of the Bored Apes, because there's genuine utility, there's genuine profit to be made. And there's definitely advantages to owning one of these outside of the fact that you're giving to a charitable organization, or there's just a cookie cutter kind of standard thing that your generic NFT platform project is releasing now. So hats off to them for making this so worth it to invest in and or have one of these.
Yeah. Also, another big announcement out of Solana today. I will share my screen because I want to make sure I get it right. So I'm just going to read from the tweets. I mentioned maybe a week or two ago that Solana was having Wormhole. They were working on Wormhole, and that was going to be this includes your favorite Wrapped, CryptoPunks, Degen Ape Academy, and Bored Ape Academy, and more. I don't know why someone would want to send. I guess I don't know why someone would want to do this, but it's really cool that it is an option. We can't wait to see how users will leverage the NFT bridge to bring together previously disparate communities of artists, musicians, and content creators across multiple ecosystems. In this initial version, the bridge will only support ERC 721 with metadata and SPL assets. However, we'll be looking to expand NFT support even further to enable cross-chain transfers of ERC 1155 assets as well. And there were some interesting questions in the comments here. See, have you been audited? It has not been answered. And then someone said that there's code recently, as recent as 2 days ago. Are there plans for an audit? I'm absolutely sure that there are plans for an audit. And if it were me, I would not be moving any high value assets back and forth. It's not that I don't have faith in Wormhole. It's just I don't want to use it just yet.
You don't want to be the guinea pig that loses like all their NFTs because it was in beta testing.
Yeah. So, but then again, oftentimes when people try these platforms out, protocols, this bridge, when you try these things out in the beginning, when they're trying to get users, a lot of times you end up with an airdrop for being willing to try it. Maybe if I had something I didn't value, like Cute Pig Club, I would try testing it out to see how it worked.
Yeah, throw those babies right on there.
Okay, and now I have one project. I actually have a bunch of projects to bring to you guys, but we really can't go over today. We need to stay under because we do have Grant and Rob have an interview coming up right after us at 9 o'clock. So I'm briefly and very briefly going to cover a project. Let me just bring up their Twitter. I have their Discord open, but I would like to have the Twitter as well. It is called Jungle Freaks. It's called Jungle Freaks. So I'm just going to bring that Twitter up now. You are very early for Jungle Freaks. Yes, there's 1,649 followers, but there are not even 500 yet in the server. The whitelist has not even started, let alone closed. So you have time to get in there, but you have to be active. They are making a point of saying, like, you must be active. It's great if you're under, like, the first 500 users in here, but you need to be active. So
is there a Twitter address at Jungle Freaks? Because I'll post that in the chat.
Yeah. Can you see it? I'm sharing the stream now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can see it. Okay. So this art right here is like the only leaked art. That is it. No one knows what it's going to look like. I guess this is a slight indication. The artist is well known, so I'm going to tell you about him, and I'm going to show you some of his other work, so maybe you can get an idea there. But apparently there isn't anything like this right now that has been put out yet. So the artist is George, and I'm not sure how to pronounce this, but George Trosley or Trosley. He has been illustrating and a cartoonist for over 50 years at this point, 30 years at Hustler magazine as like their main cartoonist. And he is very well known. This is a picture of him right here. And that is the stack of the project. Everything in the project is hand-drawn and colored with ink. And in the Discord, and I guess there's even a few pictures. Yeah, here's one. Where they've leaked that just pictures of him working on the project, I suppose. But no artwork has been leaked, which I find crazy. A lot of times there's some sort of images, but there's nothing except this Twitter header. It is the father and son that are working on this project together. Again, I'll mention that is all done by hand, and there are over 220 traits and 22 skins for these. I don't even know if they're going to be animals. It's based on the jungle, and there's going to be some sort of epic fight between like the last two species that are left in the jungle, according to the Discord. And I'm going to pop over. I'm going to stop this screen and pop over there now, so that you can see this artist's art style. I mentioned yesterday, and Corey, I know that you agree with me on this. We are going to try, not for everything, but for the most part, I really am going to try to stick to artists that have a reputation, that are established and people know, because I feel that that can hold value in the long run. Anything can go to zero, but if I'm going to place some bets right now, I'm probably going to I feel more comfortable doing that with an established artist. So now we're going to pop over to the Discord, and I'm going to share with you the About section of the project. And it's a lot of info in there. And again, I'll be able to show you some more of the artist's work in the server. So it is called Jungle Freaks, and here there's only 444 people in the server right now. Here is some of the artist's work. So these are, I guess this channel is new. Actually, they just added it today. The work I was going to show you previously was just what I had found searching on Google, which you can also do. You can search the artist's name and images, and you will see a lot of work that he's done over the years. So he's clearly talented. This project is not anything about cars, but this is just an idea of what his work looks like. So, oh no, where did here we go. Okay. I do know I asked earlier before the stream, I popped in there to ask how much was the mint, and they hadn't decided a final price, but it will be 0.7 or less. And I do not know the drop date. I'm trying to, a lot of times I bring you guys projects or I tell you about something like Bitcoin Angel or something else that is recently sold out and is really moving. And that's not that helpful to you. And I'm going to try to find projects that you have time to get on the whitelist, you have time to learn about the project, interact with the community, and decide if you want to, excuse me, and decide if you want to invest in it, if you like the community, you like the vibes. And you need a little bit of time to do that. You can't, I guess you can make a snap judgment. We've all done that before, but I know it's, for me personally, it's a little more fun when I can interact with the community. And then it builds up that excitement before minting. So today, actually, I did everything I just said I wasn't going to do. I found 2 projects. I found 2 projects on Solana. I did research them, but I only found them. I found one last night and I found one today, and I did mint both of them before the stream. So, all right. So this project is from the mind of legendary hustler, magazine cartoonist of 30 plus years, George Trosley. What really separates this project from the others will be the fact no computer was used to draw these traits. Every trait was drawn at the desk. Each unique freak trait is randomly generated from a combination of over 220 individually drawn traits. Each freak will have different hair, headgear, eyes, mouth, clothing, weapon, and background. I did mention that this is based in the jungle, and there's going to be some sort of fight of the last species that are left. And that doesn't say, like, are they humans? Are they animals? I have no idea. So this collection from the trials himself. So if you think your freak is awesome, you got an awesome freak. Countless hours went into design and then redesign of this project to make sure each freak gives you that holy shit feeling when you get it. There is, and I'm not sure where it is in the server, but if you go in there and look around, you will see it. They do have a well-known NFT influencer. Server. So
did you name who the influencer was? Because you froze up a little bit.
I didn't.
Okay. No. All right. Cool. Just making sure we didn't miss anything.
Yeah. No. And there's other things that you can look at in here. Again, it's going to be 0.7. It's all hand done. It's by a well-known artist, and the website isn't even out yet. That is how early you are on this project.
Do you think they will do a whitelist?
Yes.
This project. So yeah, get in there now, guys. Get in that Discord, because sometimes they'll limit it to like the first 1,000 people to join or whatever that number is. So jump in there tonight.
They have said that they will be doing a whitelist, and the only way to get on it is you have to be active. That was the only description they gave for getting on there. And the Sun actually didn't call out anyone by name, but he said that there are some OGs that are in the server, and they have not been active at all, but they've been there from the very beginning, and they will not be getting whitelist spots unless they start interacting. So just because you're there early doesn't always mean, you have a much better chance. But like Corey, you weren't in the frog thing early, but you were very active and you got the whitelist slot. So if you have time, interact, contribute, and you have a much better chance of getting on the whitelist. And then tomorrow, I'm going to be going over another project. And then I'm sorry, Corey, today's Wednesday. Yeah. And then Friday, I will have another project for you. So 2 more brand new early projects that I will cover. You have a chance to get in the community early. You still have a chance to get whitelisted. And I think all of them have potential. One of them has an insane amount of potential. There are 40 plus well-known artists that are doing the artwork on this collection. Not Jungle Freaks, but one of the ones that I'm going to be mentioning. So definitely stay tuned each day the rest of this week, because I'm not going to be dropping it in the server. I'm only going to be mentioning it on screen or on stream. I will talk about it after, but you have to come and check us out on a stream so that you can hear what we have to say.
All right, y'all heard it here. Make sure that you follow Allison and I on Twitter. I have, that's not our Twitter. Sorry, guys. That's the Cryptonairz Twitter. Oh, what did I do with it? Oh, there it is. So yeah, you guys check us out. Follow Allison on Twitter. She drops alpha on there all the time. So yeah, make sure you're doing that. I have something special I want to remind people of, or if I have not mentioned it, I want to mention it now. The Black Blockchain Summit is coming up. It will be virtual. It's going to happen in DC area. It was supposed to be a mix of virtual and in person, but because of what's happening now, they decided to make all of it virtual. There are still free tickets. So if you are a person of color, yes, it is. Or you know a person of color who would be interested in finding out about blockchain technology. That was a tongue twister. Or stuff to do with cryptocurrency. There's on my Twitter page, you guys can go and click on that link for the Blockchain Summit 2021 tickets. I believe it starts Friday and it's going through Sunday. It starts Friday morning. But there is going to be a lot of entrepreneurs, innovators, great speakers, because we all know we need more representation in the space from women and people of color. So I'm loving that they're doing this, and they're doing this now. So definitely go to my Twitter at Color Crypto, click on the link to get yourself some tickets and see what the conversation is going to be. It is definitely promised to be lively. So just wanted to remind people that that is happening this weekend and that there are still free tickets available.
Since we do have a couple more minutes, I wanted to, hi, Nike Taylor, our Twitter handles are on the screen in blue right now. And Corey's is first and mine is second.
Yep. So go make sure that you check us out.
I was going to say, unless you're just listening, but if you're just listening, you wouldn't be typing in the live chat. So never mind. Yep. I found something for one of
Allison froze up for a minute, but there she goes. You froze. Repeat what you said.
No, you were gone too, like completely off screen.
Oh wow! No, what happened? I muted myself.
Maybe it's the weather. Dallas, it might be you, and maybe someone else, but someone the other day, I was chatting with them in the server about the Bored Ape Yacht Club sneakers that were dropped by 10 KTF shop. So if it isn't Dallas, the person that it is, I really hope that you're listening, because I happened to stumble across this really interesting thread. So maybe these sneakers are a bigger deal than initially people thought. I've been thinking about our good friend, WAGMI Stan, who that is the 10KTF shop, the last few days while he's resting. The sudden appearance of the shopkeeper, tweets from Beeple, and the minting process on site was perfect. Read on below. The 10ktf.com was super simple with a great user experience. I minted 2 OG Bored Ape Yacht Club and Oni One Force NFTs featuring my ape and Oni One designed on footwear. I'm led to believe that I received a digital version of my NFT to wear in virtual worlds. Now, Beeple was tweeting about this. And then this Justin Fredericks also. And it's actually really cool, the shopkeeper thing. You probably, I'm not sharing my screen, am I?
No.
Sorry. Okay, I'm just going to quickly get this out because I know I'll share. I know we only have a few minutes left. Sorry about that. Okay, so here is the little image now, like from the shopkeeper. Okay, so I'm led to believe that I can wear the sneakers in virtual worlds, either with We Are Gonna Make It Sound or independently. Imagine I own 15 of the NFTs. and I received the digital version of the footwear. It is possible I could replicate that digital design, into 1,000 to 10,000 and sell them on Sandbox or to Decentraland. The cost would be considerably lower than the OG NFT because this grants me the NFT ownership rights, IP, and commercial rights. But even at 0.04 ETH, it would generate a revenue stream. Below is a simple breakdown. This is a very interesting concept. With other products and merch to follow, the OG holders continue to build value and equity through long-term hold and entrepreneurial brand building into IP will be so important. 10K is not a lot once millions are coming into the metaverse. And if that isn't enough of a possibility, MFidge is behind it, and the clues are literally all over the walls about we new moments and people supporting in some way. I'd strap in for this. So, yeah, this is a really interesting thread, and I specifically want the person that bought these sneakers to read it. So I've bookmarked it, and I'm going to share it in our server because I think that those sneakers, that NFT that you got, could be a much bigger deal. For example, like here's this right here. So if you were to be able to mint, to be able to sell the wearable shoes, but sold your ape or other base main IP item, could you continue to sell the shoes as wearables? And this person saying that they're not an expert, but I would say yes, because he's considering them separate. The only person able to create the shoes at the time of mint is the holder. If that is sold and disconnected from the OG NFT, it was a decision taken by the owner. So this just is really opening up a whole new world of possibilities of what we can do with NFTs, both physical and digital in the real world and in the metaverse. And I just really wanted to point this out because I'm not sure if our friend from the server saw it or not, but I will share it in there. I will make sure I drop it in there. Okay, we only have 2 minutes left. So sorry about that, throwing it in at the last second.
It's all good. That really just highlights, again, the potential and the possibility that's still untapped with NFTs, especially if you have purchased one. Make sure that, those are questions you ask in the Discord if you are going to own the exclusive rights, because some of those contracts say that you do, and some of them do not specify that. So make sure that you find out if that's part of your research. You do your own research questions, because you can do merch with that thing. If you you could do t-shirts, hats, shoes. I mean, the possibilities are limitless. There are people who will be renting out, can rent out their NFT for whatever, so all of that is potential profit, and I'm here for it, man.
Yeah. Thanks, Channing.
You guys, we have come to the end of another Around the Clock episode. As per usual, it's always so good to have you guys here with us. We appreciate each and every one of you. We love you so much. Make sure you stay tuned, because the guys will be on here with a pre-search node passive income opportunity for those of you interested. And I know who isn't interested in making money while they sleep.
For sure.
So you guys make sure you stay tuned and check that out. Like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel if you have not already. We appreciate it very much. Make sure you tell your friends and loved ones about this newscast every day, Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern, and we will see you here again tomorrow night.
Bye.